Thanks for checking out this episode of Help, I'm Turning Into My Dad. Now, if you want to hear the entire episode and get early access to all future episodes, as well as the entire back catalog, all you've got to do is go to patreon.com/becomingmydad. And for just $5 a month, you'll get access to all of our episodes, as well as early releases of every future episode. That's patreon.com/becomingmydad.
I can't imagine. I'm not imaginary. That's why I'm not an actor.
Kaylin, if you do a good job, I'll pay you $20.
Dad, oh my God. Dad, I'm annoyed. You're annoying me. Dad, stop. Help, I'm turning into my dad.
Welcome to another episode of Help, I'm Turning Into My Dad. My name is Tio Nico.
I am Lindsay.
Oh, wait. We just came from the Barbie movie.
Yes, we did.
And if I learned anything, I should say, why don't you start the show today?
Hi, Barbie.
No, I mean, you should do the opening. It's not a man's world. I don't have to start the podcast every time. I learned that from Ken. Are you going to start the podcast or no?
You already did.
Yeah, but I realized that I was in error. And I should defer it to you.
Okay. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Help, I'm Turning Into My Dad. I'm Lindsay.
I'm Tio Nico. Did that feel good?
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So we just came from the Barbie movie and came straight here, and Lindsay says, we need to record. And then look what was on the radio the moment I got in my car.
I'm a Barbie girl.
I just showed her the
Barbie
picture
world.
of the thing because unbelievable that you got out of the Barbie movie. You put on the local radio station, which I know you don't listen to radio.
I don't even know what a good channel is.
You're much too young for that. And that Barbie girl song was playing.
Aqua's Barbie girl.
So we're going to talk all about Barbie in this episode, but we got to get warmed up first with some Vegas news because in our last episode, we teased that we were going together.
Yes, we did.
And we went together. Yeah, we went with your dad.
We did.
That was fun.
It was very fun. It was very hot. It was 110 every day, and I don't do well with heat. I hate being hot.
Hot and walking was not a good combo for you.
Like 10,000 steps per day on my Apple Watch.
We did good.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the highlight for you? Because you're not even 21 yet, so you'd never been to Vegas, and you can't participate in gambling, and you can't participate in drinking. What else is there?
My thoughts exactly.
Well, that's why you weren't excited to go.
No, it was fun. It
But
was.
Now that you came back.
I don't know, just like the overall like vibes. It was just fun to like be there and walk around and see all the things. I'm very much like I like to explore things. I like to just walk around and take in all of the sights and scenery.
So what was the highlight for you though? Like what was number one? What was like the thing that you came home saying, "Oh my gosh, I went to Vegas and I couldn't believe."
I don't know if I have an answer to finish that question.
Nothing?
I just don't think I have anything that like stands out. Maybe the ladies who got into a fight in front of us at the Garth Brooks concert.
So we went to Garth Brooks. He's playing at Caesar's Palace. He's
Beautiful venue, by the way.
Oh, it is. Celine Dion Theater, I used to call it, because that's the only person I ever knew who performed there.
Now Garth Brooks is added to that list.
Yeah. And in the middle of... why don't you tell the story?
So it was Garth Brooks plus one. That was the name of the show, right? And
it should have just been called Garth and Trisha.
Everybody knows that his plus one was just going to be his wife, Trisha Yearwood. She's kind of obligated at this point. And these girls in front of us for the whole show are screaming, Trisha! Trisha!
As soon as she came out, these women exploded in excitement.
And they were like, girl, the special guest isn't going to come out for at least like 30 to 45 minutes. Chill out and sit down. Right. Because of course we're on the second level. So nobody's really excited enough to like be standing during this show, which after a week of walking, I was fine with. And so Trisha Yearwood comes out to sing She's in Love with the Boy. And these girls lose their crap. Trisha!
Much to the dismay of
the old lady
heavy-set woman behind her.
in a blue dress. I swear to God, she grabbed in front of her to either grab the girl's skirt or her hair and like tried to pull her down physically back into her seat.
From a sitting position,
From
though.
a sitting
This woman
position,
did
she
not
like
get up.
reached over. And yeah, it was, and then the girls like turned around and they were like, no, I'm going to stand during this song and I'm going to dance and I'm going to have a fun time. That didn't make her any happier.
Now, this woman, though, that's having a problem, all of these women are old. They're older than me.
Oh,
They're
yeah,
gotta
they're
be in
old
their,
ladies.
Like, I think they're 50s, pushing 60, and
I would
definitely
say
the woman
late 50s
in the
for sure.
right, and the woman behind them was definitely 5 to 10 years older.
Oh
than
yeah,
them.
65 easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
So my highlight of that fight was when when they're arguing back and forth during the song, like they're singing on stage and there's a fight going on, and then this woman turns around to the heavyset lady who'd never stood up and says, "I'm not the bee you want to mess with," but said the word.
I
I
didn't
was
even
like, "Ooh,
hear
this
that.
is gonna get spicy."
And then for the remainder of the concert, there were 3 security guards parked in our section.
That's right. They kept an eye on the whole thing. So that
I thought that lady was going to get kicked out. I was actually kind of hoping for that because that would have been an even better story to tell. Because we didn't just see it. Then we wouldn't have just seen a fight. We would have seen a lady get kicked out of a Garth Brooks concert. When do you ever see that happen?
Never. Not women that are.
And I've been to a
old.
lot of concerts.
It's a country music concert. It's all about.
Oh, I suppose I've never been to a country concert.
Yeah, but this doesn't happen there.
No. Ugh.
All right, talk about Michael Jackson. This was funny because this was the night that your dad, turning into your dad, got really upset with me because he kept saying all day, "Yeah, we're going to Michael Jackson tonight. We're going to go see Michael Jackson tonight." And all I tried to say was, you know that
Michael
we
Jackson
sound
is dead.
well. No, he knew that, but I was like, it sounds really dumb when we say we're going to go see somebody who's passed away. And he just says, "Is anything I say on this trip going to be right? Or would you stop correcting me?" or something like that. And it totally deflated any of the fun that I was having.
Yeah.
It killed the mood. And so I did not enjoy Michael Jackson from the standpoint I would have had he not like whipped his head around so fast and yelled at me. He's my older brother by 2 years, so he's the boss. But anyway, talk about the Michael Jackson.
Was so good. It was lots of like singing and dancing and performing. Like it was basically just like a bunch of people putting on a concert. And there were a couple like theatrical elements that I feel like didn't really go with the storyline of like his life. Like there was this rocker chick in like a gold outfit and like a mohawk, like playing a guitar. And I was like, was that like related to Michael Jackson or like is that just for theatrics?
She wasn't even playing the guitar.
No, I know none of them were playing any instruments, but that's like to be understood because it's hard to teach that many people how to play that.
Yeah, but if you have this random mohawk girl coming into the show, and she's not really playing, she's just showing up, that was bizarre for me.
It was weird, and I didn't really appreciate that part. But the end where they played "Man in the Mirror," which is my favorite Michael Jackson song, and they had like a hologram, like of Michael Jackson like singing the song, and at the very end they had like a bunch of like sparkles like on the screen that kind of like poofed him into.
Well, the hologram turned into the sparkles.
Yeah.
Flew to a different area.
Yeah.
And became Michael Jackson again.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. But it was young Michael Jackson at the very end, and it was little baby Michael Jackson waving his hand at us, and it was so cute, and it made me cry.
Yeah, that was the best part. I mean, you knew that hologram was coming.
You
the
did,
whole
but
show.
you didn't know
when it was going to happen.
And it was during my favorite Michael Jackson song, which I thought was really cool.
And when it happened, it was magical.
It would have been really cool, though, if that had been the last song, but then they played another song after that, I think.
They did.
I think that would have been a good note to end the show on, but it went on, which I didn't really think was that great, but it was really good. It was a great show. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, after that had all happened, with Michael Jackson coming on, I was kind of done with the show. And when you said, it went on, I kind of was like, okay, this can be over now.
Yeah, I felt like after the hologram, like, you kind of said it all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. But yeah, I think that was just so powerful. So to put something after it just kind of killed the whole vibe, and I just didn't appreciate that part. Like, I would have been very happy with the ending on Man in the Mirror and the hologram and little Michael Jackson waving goodbye at us. That was very sweet.
Now, we've got a whole list of amazing funny, weird things that we experienced in Las Vegas that we're going to get into in this episode, as well as the Barbie movie, which,
Stay tuned.
You really do have to stay tuned, because the biggest problem that we had with the Barbie movie was the fact that Lindsay and I had a pact that we were going to see this movie together.
We wanted to experience it together because we love going to movies together. And I was up north with my mom and my sisters the weekend that Barbie came out, and we were talking about it. We were going to actually go up north, like the very day it came out.
Now, wait a minute. I get a text from my other niece, your sister, and says, "Oh, Uncle Nick, the Barbie movie was great." And I said, did Lindsay see it too?
Of course she says yes.
Yes, of course she did.
He calls me as I'm walking out of the movie theater. I'm stepping into the car, and I get a call from Uncle Nick, and he's like, "So how was the Barbie movie?"
To hear the rest of the story and the rest of the podcast, head over to patreon.com/becomingmydad. And for just $5 a month, you'll get access to our entire back catalog, as well as early access to every future episode. Support Nick and Lindsay and this podcast by going to patreon.com/becomingmydad. Can't wait to tell you the rest of the story over on Patreon.